President Trump's choice to be the next ambassador to Russia is speaking out today during his confirmation hearing about his stance when it comes to seeking foreign investigations into political rivals.
Do you think it's ever appropriate for the president to use his office to solicit investigations into a domestic political opponent?
Soliciting investigations into a domestic political opponent, I don't think that would be in accord with our values.
But the man who would be in charge of trying any House impeachment charge, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, he continues to dodge questions about the allegations facing President Trump.
Lieutenant Colonel Baldwin says that what he heard on the president's call is so concerning that he worried that it might undermine U.S. national security. Does it concern you? Are you worried about the president's behavior at all?
Look, I'm not going to question the patriotism of any of the people who are coming forward. The action is in the House now.
What do you make of these allegations?
I said I'm not going to comment on the merits of what's going forward. We're watching what happens in the House.
Let's go straight to Capitol Hill. With me now, Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin. Senator, nice to have you back on.
It's great to be with you.
So when you listen to that whole thing, when you read the transcript, I mean, that reporter tried and tried again, and Senator McConnell was not having it. Was not only not answering the questions, he was pivoting and answering a question that wasn't even asked. I'm curious why you think that is.
Well, we're seeing a lot of Republicans refrain or dance around the questions that they've been asked about the impeachment inquiry. It seems whether they're discrediting the process or trying to discredit individual witnesses or just trying to avoid it altogether, that their avoidance, in my mind, shows that they don't really have much to say about the substance of what's been alleged. We have.
Why is that significant? Why is that significant, Senator?
Well, I think that we know what the public thinks about the actions the president has engaged in. We have something released by the White House, the call log, that shows the president soliciting foreign interference into the upcoming election, as well as trying to discredit the intelligence community and law enforcement community that unanimously came to the conclusion that Russia interfered with our 2016 election. And we should be placing our country first in all of our U.S. foreign policy, not the political concerns of this president or any president.
You mentioned the public a second ago, and so I wanted to get your reaction to the news that we're reporting on today, that a source is telling CNN that the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor, is willing to return to Capitol Hill to testify publicly. Do you think the fact that this will all be publicized, Senator Baldwin, will then potentially sway Americans, maybe in more conservative districts, which could then sway their elected Republican officials? Or do you think that it's just instead going to turn into a huge circus?
Well, first of all, I think the House, as they prepare to vote on a resolution, have charted the appropriate path forward. And yes, the American people are going to get a chance to hear in public, see in public these witnesses, all of whom have corroborated what we see in the call log and in fact expanded upon it. And I think that that's going to be a very important part of this process. I understand and agree with why witnesses are sometimes asked in closed-door settings when they're taking depositions, but the public does need to see and hear from these witnesses.
But will it sway Republicans? Isn't that the money question?
Well, I can tell you that it is swaying the American people the more they learn and the more they see. And I can tell you in Wisconsin, a vast majority of Wisconsin citizens, both Republicans and Democrats, believe that soliciting foreign interference in a political for political gains is inappropriate behavior. And so I think that as people learn more about this, understand that now I think we're on our fifth witness who is corroborating the underlying details of this call and what appears to be a long effort to get the Ukrainian government to investigate a son of a political rival. This is very, very disturbing behavior.
On the call, the July 25th call transcript, originally the White House had told CNN that and I'm quoting them, the ellipses, right, the dots do not indicate missing words or phrases. And we know President Trump has called this transcript exact, no less than 16 times. Now we know, according to Colonel Vindman, who testified yesterday, that several serious omissions were made. And if it was a transcript of a phone call that was so beautiful and perfect, according to President Trump, then why did it have to be edited, Senator Baldwin, and put on a secret server?
Yeah. Well, those are the answers that the House of Representatives in their investigatory committees are asking right now and getting answers to. According to news reports, Colonel Vindman yesterday said he tried to make the record complete and more accurate. Some of the suggestions were taken, some were not. And those are the sort of follow-up questions that we have when we hear testimony like that. But let's not lose sight of the fact that I think Colonel Vindman, a decorated war hero, a true patriot, was the fifth witness to, again, confirm and corroborate the sort of central part of the story that we all know now, which is our president, President Trump, soliciting foreign assistance in a way that would advantage him in potentially the next election, but also really doing damage to the intelligence community and law enforcement as he tries to discredit their unanimous conclusion that Russia interfered with the 2016 elections.
Yeah. So much to discuss. Senator Baldwin, I appreciate you for being on. I will see you this evening along with several other members of Congress. The reason I'm in Washington for this Rightfully Hers panel over at the National Archives, honoring, of course, the 100th years of the 19th Amendment and the big exhibit there. So I will see you and a couple of Republicans and a couple other Democrats this evening. I really look forward to it. Senator Baldwin,
I look forward
thank you.
to it too.
Thank you.